Hey everybody. Hey Jim. My mouth is kind of numb. I just left the dentist, but I'm not going to talk too much for the next little while. What we're going to do here is we're in the beautiful Offroad X5 and we're going to take it off-road. I'm going to drive it from Lake Arrowhead, California, which is where we are right now, all the way down to the floor of the desert. We're up high, we're at about 5,200 foot elevation, and we're going to drive all the way down the mountain to the floor of the Mojave Desert, and then we're going to cut across the floor of the Mojave Desert to the 14 freeway. That's probably about 65 or 70 miles, and we're going to do most of it, if not all of it, on dirt roads and Jeep roads, and it's going to take us a couple hours. I'll just show you the highlights, but it's going to be fun. And within about 2 hours, my mouth won't be numb anymore. So here we go. This is the end of the pavement. Yeah. Will be dirt road from here on out. This is a pretty nice road. We're actually gaining a little altitude here, but looks like it's been graded relatively recently. We're gonna come up to a spot here where there's a pretty nice view. Well, hasn't really been graded here. Yeah. There's a nice view. You see a nice lake down there. That is Silverwood Lake, California. Okay, well, onward. Okay, well, we're starting to head down. We're starting to lose some altitude now. We're on the backside, which is great. It's a little rocky right through here, but it sure is pretty up here. Well, I should have had the video going just back there as I came around the corner, and there were two big old deer standing right in the middle of the road. doggone it, I missed it for you. Woo. I had the traction control turned off, so because this has a rear oriented all-wheel drive, you can induce a little oversteer real easily when you have the traction control turned off and you're on something really slippery like this. Yeah, I can make the rear end slip right around with just a little tiny touch on the throttle. We're heading down towards, oh, don't want to get airborne there. We're heading down towards Silverwood Lake, and that's the lake that we could see from up top when we were looking from the nice viewpoint. And we're going to be there just a couple more minutes. This thing is so nice. It's so comfortable. You know, I've had Jeeps. Believe me, I've had Jeeps. I know the difference. You know, this is not a rock crawler. This is like a grand touring car. If you think about it, this thing, I mean, it's designed in Germany, and then they have the Autobahn, so they're going to make this thing behave nicely at high speeds. I mean, that's, I would think, the one of the basic tenets of the design team is that this vehicle that they're making has to be stable at high speeds. Yeah, you know, the design team working on a Jeep, yeah, they didn't really care if it was stable past 65. So you never hear anybody talking about a death wobble with a BMW X5, but a death wobble is a thing with Jeeps. So that's, I think, the main difference is the overall initial design was, their target was so different. But because I played with this one a little bit and kind of made it pretend to be a little bit more of an off-roader, it actually does really well in this kind of stuff. No, it's not a rock crawler, of course not. But you know what? I can do about 95% of all of the off-road trails in Southern California with no problem with this. And then when I go to get on the freeway to go home, it's brilliant, it's comfortable, it's smooth. The only real problem is these stupid noisy tires. That's the only real problem. Everything else on this car just works fabulously. There's our lake. I think it's, obviously, I think it's the perfect compromise. I mean, Jeeps, all the time when you're driving a Jeep, unless you're rock crawling, you're making a huge compromise because they just don't drive very good on the pavement. Again, that's my opinion. But this thing drives fabulous on the pavement. And maybe for that every once in a while that you're off-roading, you're compromising a little bit. But most of the time you're on the pavement. So, of course, if you're going to be off-road all the time, you might not want one of these. You might want to stick with the Jeep. But if you only go off-road once in a great while, like most people do, this is perfect. Comfy, classy, lots of get up and go. It'll smoke most Jeeps in drag race. All right, we're almost to an overview. I think we're gonna go up here the hard way. All right. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. And here we are. Silverwood Lake Overlook. It's a pretty big lake. All right. Well, we made it down out of the mountain. So now I'm on the pavement. I'm gonna have to go all the way on pavement to the other side of the 15 freeway, and then I can cut up into the Mojave Desert and get on like Avenue Q or Avenue T, and then I can cut across the whole floor through Palmdale with all dirt roads. This is a pretty part of the Mojave Desert. Nice rock formations. This area is called the Mormon Rocks. And we're just coming up to Lone Pine Canyon. We're now on the 138 freeway, or highway. Lone Pine Canyon, if I turn left here, that will take me up into the mountains again, and I'll end up in Wrightwood, where there's a ski area. But we're going to stay in the desert today. It's beautiful down here. A huge fire that swept through here a few years ago. You can still see where so many of the Joshua trees have been killed by the fire. It's really a shame. There were a lot of structures lost out here. And these Joshua trees, I think, are protected. I know when they have to widen the highway around here, if they have to disrupt one of those Joshua trees, they can't just cut it down. They have to actually carefully dig it up and relocate it further out into the desert. Yeah, a lot of fire damage. Okay, well, we're back on a dirt road. I'm on the floor of the Mojave Desert. This is Beakley Road, and it's kind of rough. And I'm going to take it up a few miles looking for Mojave Drive. We're going to end up going through a place called Three Sisters, which is kind of a rough little off-road area, if I recall correctly. This road is really, it's kind of rough. I'm really surprised it's got lots of washed out ruts, and this is a marked road, part of the city of Palmdale, I think, or this might still be Pinyon Pines or Phelan or one of those, I'm not sure. But it is marked on the map as a good road, and boy, if I was driving my Z4, I couldn't make it through here. No way. So this is surprisingly rough for a marked thoroughfare. But that's what we wanted. Yeah, here we are crossing the California Aqueduct. This is how all of the water gets to Southern California, or Los Angeles especially. And we're going to continue heading out further into the desert. We're still on Beakley, and it still shows up on the map, even though it looks like this. Oh yeah. There's actually houses out here. I think we're still on Beakley. This is an interesting compound. He's got a whole fence built out of garage door parts. Okay, well, we made it to the intersection of Beakley and Mojave Drive, and I'm going to turn left on Mojave Drive. Since we're in the Mojave Desert, why not take Mojave Drive? Sure is a pretty day. Love all the beautiful clouds. It shows we're about to cross a river. I guess this is it. Not much in the way of a river, but okay. I guess it's a good river for the desert. Oh, holy mo. Okay. I'm going to say we can't cross this. I'm going to let the dust settle a little bit, get out and have a look, see what we got here, but I think we may be done on Mojave Drive for the moment. Yeah, I'm going to say going to have to find another way, because this is a little much for that. I don't think we could do this even in a normal Jeep. We'd have to have something pretty severe. I don't even think I could do this in the truck without some shovel work, but doggone it. Okay, so we have to backtrack a little ways, find another way across here. Okay, so I backtracked to, well, mustn't be here. It says Wintergreen Road on the map, but that looks more like just a wash. Maybe it's up here a little bit further. Hopefully this is it. Yeah, this looks like Wintergreen Road, which again looks more like a wash. Okay, they call this a road. This isn't looking very good, if you ask me. Yeah, I think I'll go up here. Oh boy, there's a few new scratches, but that's better than falling into this gully on our side here. Yeah, okay, we made it through there. So now we have to just find the next road that cuts to the left. So we really want to be going to the left. Yeah. I'd say the city of Palmdale needs to come out here and do a little work on their roads. Whoa! Hopefully that gully that stopped us on Mojave Drive hasn't cut through the whole floor here, because that's right the direction we need to go. I would hate to have to go all the way back to Palmdale Boulevard to get over there. But if we have to, we have to. This looks like something. What is this? This is called Cactus Road. Yeah. You know, I think I'm smarter if I go out where those power lines are. There's usually a road that follows the power lines that's fairly well kept up, and I'll bet you the gully has been repaired out by the power lines. So I'm gonna go back out there. Okay, we're up here at these big power lines, and yeah, here we go. Power line road. There's another one there. Yeah, so hopefully this one we'll be able to pass through where that big gully is cut through the valley. Keep your fingers crossed. There's a... You know, following the power lines is always, almost always a good way to find a relatively well-maintained dirt road. If you're just kind of picking your way across the desert, you can find some power lines. You can follow them for a long way, just like this. Now you still have to watch out. There's still some pretty nasty spots in this road from time to time, so I can't really go bombing down the road too fast. And most of the silt that I was in back there has dissipated. Now it's just regular dirt road. So we don't have giant plumes of dust like we had before. Now we just have plumes of dust. They're not giant. This is the place they call Three Sisters. Not sure why they call it that. They should just call it trash pile graffiti zone. Looks like everybody brings trash out here to shoot at. It's completely covered in garbage. There's a car over there with bazillions of bullet holes in it. And TVs and yeah. This is where old stuff goes to get shot up. Crazy. Neat rock formations here, though. Alright, what do we got here? Looks like a little hill climb. Come on, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah. What do we got here? The breakover. Okay, doesn't look too terrible. Famous last words. Yeah. Ooh. Ouch. Don't like when I hit the bottom on stuff. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look at something else because we got nowhere on our map and everything kind of goes in a circle here, so I have to check out maybe Google Maps. At least I can fly up a little higher and see where I'm at. But this is going in the same general direction I kind of want to go. I guess we can keep going this way a little while. I need my navigator on board. Where are you, honey? It's a lot easier when somebody else is navigating. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be going very fast on this road. Doing 15, and that's about it. Whoop-de-doos. All right. Crossroads. And this one shows up here. So let me see where we're at. Well, after consulting Google Maps, it looks like I lucked out. Because where I came out here, this road straight in front of me, if I'm able to follow it, it looks like it's good on the map. But if I'm able to follow it straight, it will go straight for quite a few miles, relatively straight. It's going to be dirt the entire way, I'm pretty sure, and then it turns into a road called Avenue T in Palmdale. T is in Tony. And it goes all the way and it ends right at the Pear Blossom Highway right before the 14 freeway where I want to get on to finish on home. So I think this road right here is going to take me all the way to the 14 without even having to worry about it anymore. Nice. Oh. So let's go. Ooh, it's a bumpy one. sure is a pretty sky. Okay. Well, this is a pretty main road I'm crossing, but it, of course, looks big in Maine here. Doesn't show up there. So, it wasn't there in 2008, apparently. Okay. This road is looking pretty minor. I may have been a little too, I may have been celebrating a little too early about the potential of this road to make it all the way for us, because it's getting narrower and narrower. And I really don't, want to destroy the paint on the car if I can help it. If it gets too narrow, I'll have to pick another way. A few little scrapes I don't mind, but I don't want to just totally bushwhack it. Oh, that's nice. Hey, to all you people that come out here in the desert and dump your garbage. Oh, you're such assholes. Knock it off. Take it to the dump. Don't dump it out here. Jesus. Stupid people. Okay, that was my public service announcement for the day. This is not going anywhere close to straight. So I may have to consult the map again at some point here to see if I'm anywhere even close to where I was hoping to be. In a pinpointed sense, of course, I'm right where I want to be. If you just want to call it the Mojave Desert, because we are definitely in the Mojave Desert. Joshua trees. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop in a minute here and consult the map and take a little break. Have a drink of my Gatorade and have a look around and try to avoid the rattlesnakes. See if I can find somewhere with a little bit of shade. That would be nice. I mean, it is July and I'm in the desert in a black car. Suddenly it sounded like I'm kind of stupid, huh? Yeah, there was a little shit there. Wom. All right, I'm bushwhacking my mirrors a little bit. That's all right. When I bought this car, I was going to totally destroy it anyway, so I guess I shouldn't care about a few bits of desert pinstriping. All right, I'm going to stop right here. Well, it's looking pretty good. This is what it looks like after about, I think we've gone about 70 miles off-road so far today. And it's doing pretty good. Getting pretty dirty. It was perfectly clean when I left this morning. Shannon had just washed it. Sorry, honey. Yeah, it's gonna need another bath. And it looks like yeah, it looks like right there. That's where I hit a little while ago. That's okay. That's what it's there for. Yeah, so my plan to go straight there and run into Avenue T and then just keep going to the highway, yeah, it didn't work out. All those roads were kind of windy. None of them went straight like it showed on the map. And they all kind of hooked around and ended up being dead ends. So after about 6 or 8 miles of experimenting and backtracking, I've made it back down to, you can see, the Powerline Road. This way I know it'll keep going as far as I can see power lines anyway. I think we have another maybe 15 or 20 miles to go before we get to the highway. so far we've traveled, I think about 80 miles on dirt. It's actually been, oh, this is rough. Actually going on 200 miles for the day. I'm just talking about the dirt part. Okay, the power lines are now crossing over these railroad tracks, so I'm going to go ahead and use this little makeshift unprotected bridge here and go on the other side of the railroad tracks, and that should get us a little closer to where we want to be. Make sure there's no train coming to kill us. Nope. All right. That's nice of them to put this little crossing out here. Yeah. So much for well maintained. Oh, that's not good. Come on, baby. Okay. We made it through the creek crossing. There was actually water in it. We only hit bottom once so far. Oh, great. I celebrated too soon. Jeez, Edison. Thanks for keeping your road up. Ooh. Oh, it's real silty here. Come on, baby, don't get stuck. All right, there we go. Yeah, okay, we only hit the bottom once. And it wasn't too hard of a hit. Just a little ping. Uh-oh. Again, I'm celebrating too soon. This is looking even worse. Oh, boy. Oh, maybe it's not that bad. Yeah, that's not so bad. Uh-huh. Doesn't look like it's very deep. Okay. That's pretty awesome. Well, it looks like Edison has a ginormous solar plant out here, and they have it all fenced off, so it's forced me to turn off of the power line road. So I'm going towards the 138, and it's only a couple hundred yards in front of me. So I'm just going to go ahead and get on the 138. We're only a couple miles from the 14 here. So I think we've done what we set out to by driving on a dirt road most of the way home today. I think it was perfect. I love doing this kind of stuff. And we proved that the X5 is a wonderful grand touring car that you could peel off 1,000 miles a day and still be comfortable. And it's got enough off-road capability to handle the easy stuff. This would be a really fun car to take on a road trip through the beautiful parks of Utah or somewhere like that. This thing would be great because you could go crazy, 125 miles an hour on the highway, which they do in Utah, or well, at least I've heard. And then you can still go on some of the dirt roads in the beautiful parks. Okay, well, we're up to the highway here. I'm going to go ahead and stop doing this because I'm going to want to pay attention on the highway. And I'll put this all together and post it. And thanks, everybody, for watching. And I think all of you guys need a V8 X5. See you next time.